Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Paul Novak and I love money. We're going to talk today about saving money, investing money, and spending money. If you like the content here on this channel, I encourage you to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and comments are always welcome. You can post comments for questions, you can post topic recommendations. Either way, I reply to all comments and I love the feedback. You can also, if you're interested in investing, sign up for Robinhood. You get one free stock, and I've got the link posted below for you to get started. So with that being said, let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about one of the greatest deals I have ever found. And honestly, it's one of the deals I've been doing for 4 years. I wanted to get this deal out before Christmas, so I'm rushing to try and get this video in. For those of you who might not have started Christmas shopping yet, I'd encourage you to use this deal and get your shopping in. You're running out of time. So all this hype about the deal, you might be asking, what is this deal? Well, are you ready for it? I'm going to give a little drum roll. And it is the Kwik Trip gift card deal. Ultimately, like I said, I've been doing this deal for over 4 years, so it has been really consistent. And ultimately, this deal allows you to get free gas. So by buying gift cards for the things you already need anyways, it allows you to get money off per gallon of gas, which you can then convert into using that money elsewhere. The deal always goes for the months of November and December. But one of the things that's cool about the deal is if you buy the gift cards, once you buy them, the deal stays in your rewards points for 30 days. So the way I actually leverage this deal, I get to use it for November, I get to use it for December, and by buying gas cards at the end of December or gift cards, it extends all the way through January for 30 days. So every year for the last 4 years, for 3 months, I've been getting free gas. You do have to pay 1 cent per gallon. I'm going to show you how to do it as we go through this video. So I guess it's not completely free, but it's the closest you're going to get to free. Alright, so how this deal works is every time you buy a gift card, you're going to get 10 cents off per gallon of gas. And some of the key gift cards that I use the most, and I'm going to show you all of them today, but include Amazon, Home Depot, Netflix, Hulu, and a lot more other gift cards. The key to this is buying gift cards in the smallest denomination possible. So one of the things I'm going to show you, I'll stick with the Amazon gift card, is it says a lot of times on the gift card you can buy a gift card for $25 all the way up to $500. What I want you to do is always buy the $25 gift card, because if you buy $500 in Amazon in one gift card, you're only going to get 10 cents off per gallon. But by buying a bunch of $25 gift cards, you're still getting the same amount of money towards Amazon. You're just getting that many more gift cards, which allow that 10 cents to multiply, which is really where you're going to get your savings from. So some people have asked me, right, because they think this deal is crazy. Why am I going to Kwik Trip and buying all those gift cards? And what the heck are you going to do with so many gift cards? To be honest, I use them for all sorts of different things. And this is where you got to get creative, right? You got to look for what are things that I need, where are ways that I'm going to spend them, so you're not just buying random gift cards to have gift cards, but actually utilizing them for productive things. So I'm going to give a couple examples. So for me, this Christmas, my kids wanted iPads, right? And they're $329 if you go on Apple, if you go to Target, if you go to Best Buy, no matter where you go, they're $329, right? So I have 2 kids. If I'm going to buy 2 gift cards, or if I'm going to buy 2 tablets, right, that comes out to $694 with tax. And if I'm going to go out and buy those anyways for Christmas, why not buy them off Amazon and go buy the gift cards to then buy that? So to be honest with you, that $694, I bought $675 worth of Amazon gift cards, which came out to 27 gift cards. Ultimately, that led to $2.70 off per gallon of gas, which in essence is free gas. Alright, so just to share some other examples of how I use these gift cards and have found ways to work them into my everyday life, I'm still going to school right now, and every spring semester I need to buy new books for school. Right, so what I do is I'll search that ISBN number, put it onto Amazon, buy the book off Amazon, get gift cards to purchase the book, and at the end of the day, my employer reimburses me for the price of that book. So in essence, I'm getting that free gas legitimately for free because somebody else is paying for me to end up buying that gift card. I also have Hulu, I have Netflix, and rather than pay the monthly fee every single month, I've decided that when this deal comes around, I'm going to buy a year's worth of Hulu gift cards, a year's worth of Netflix gift cards, and literally pay for those subscription fees in one shot and get all the free gas. So there's ways to look at different expenses that you have without just randomly buying gift cards and really apply this deal to your everyday life to save money. And those are just some of the examples that I use them for. Obviously, I've come up with many other different ways with Christmas gifts and things of that nature. I really encourage you to get creative and look for ways that you can use the gift cards as well. All right, so Amazon I have found to be the most versatile gift card. My guess is so will you guys. There's so many different things you can buy on Amazon. There are two stories I have to share with you because I think that they are absolutely crazy. They're two of my favorite Quick Trip gift card stories. And one is a friend of mine went on a Carnival cruise last year. I think the cruise ran him somewhere around $4,000. And he actually got creative and found a way to go to Quick Trip, buy $4,000 in Amazon gift cards, go on Amazon to buy $500 Carnival cruise gift cards. He paid for his all-inclusive cruise solely by using the Quick Trip gas card deal. And, you know, I've talked and told other people this story, and, you know, some people look at me and go, well, that's nuts. So he had to go to Quick Trip. He had to buy Amazon gift cards, go on Amazon, buy Carnival cruise gift cards, and then turn around and book the cruise. That seems like a whole lot of work, and I don't know if I want to do all that. And that's fine if you have that stance. But I would argue all of that work for him took less than an hour, and he walked away with $480 of free gas. So how many of you are working for $480 an hour, and we're talking tax-free money? Right? That to me is absolutely crazy. So, you know, I'd really encourage you just, again, get creative and look for different ways to use the gift cards. Now, the second story that I have, another friend of mine, he actually owns a construction company, so it's hard to compare, you know, everyday living to somebody who owns their own business. But literally, I turned him onto this deal, and last year alone, in those 2 months, he spent $35,000 on Home Depot gift cards at Quick Trip. That number just blows me away, but obviously, I don't own my own business. But in that $35,000 he spent there, he was able to rack up over $3,000 of free gas. That is crazy. So, I mean, I really share those two examples. One, because I find them absolutely nuts, but also it just goes to show you that if you get creative, there's a lot of ways that you can leverage this deal to end up getting yourself some free money. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to walk you through showing you how to do this deal, because what I don't want to do is just talk about things on my channel and not actually walk you through the steps for how to do it. I want you to be able to watch this video, walk away, and do it for yourself. You're going to see in my Quick Trip rewards that I have over $2 of free gas per gallon. Now, when I go to the gas station today, gas I think is only $1.85 a gallon. So I actually have a higher balance in here than what the gas is actually charging. What I'm going to do is walk through how to use that and what the end result is. Because people have said, does Quick Trip then have to pay you money? Some people get confused and think, okay, you just get $2 off of what your total gas bill is. It's not $2 off the total gas bill. It's $2 off per gallon. And again, I'm going to show you how that works. All right, so obviously here we are, beautiful Wisconsin weather. We're back into the snow. So what I wanted to do with this video is really show you guys how I do this. So I'm going to start with using this Quick Trip rewards card. So I'm going to plug it in here. And now it's going to ask me to put in my payment method. So now I'm just going to put in my credit card like normal. Car wash. Right, but as you can see here, I've got $2.26 off per gallon. So it's going to ask me, do I want to use that? I'm going to click yes. And now if you look down here, right, the gas actually changed, right, for what it is per gallon down to, 1.9 pennies. All right, so now if you look, we filled up at the gas station. My wife filled up her car, I filled up my car, and if you look here again, back in my app, you can see that I don't have a zero balance. What it did was take away what I've used and put the remaining amount in there. So the next time that I go to fill up, I'm still gonna have somewhat of a balance left that I can use for more free gas. And if I get more gift cards between now and then, it's just gonna raise that balance back up. And if you look below, I'm gonna place the link for how to sign up for that Kwik Trip rewards card. You can actually do it at any Kwik Trip and just get the card, but if you wanna sign up online, you can do that as well. All right, so, I think a lot of people, right, will leverage this deal. The biggest issue is a lot of people are just unaware of these deals, right? And this is exactly why I'm creating this channel. I get really amped up and excited about this stuff, and I just love to share it. And I promise you that when I find deals that are either going to allow you guys to save more money for investing or allow you to generate more income potential, that's the type of stuff I'm gonna post on here just because I wanna share it with people. And I'm well aware that Kwik Trip is local to the Midwest, right? Home of the Wisconsin Badgers. But I truly believe that these deals can be found anywhere. So, depending on where you live, you might not have Kwik Trips in your area, but gas stations, are running fuel perks and fuel rewards all the time. You just got to look around to try and find the right deal for you. The other thing that I want to stress is, while I do think that this is a very good deal, and I've been able to leverage these gift cards to pay down debt, and now that a lot of my debt's paid down, I've leveraged these gift cards to invest more money, or spend more money on the things that we need. This is only a deal if you're actually going to leverage these gift cards for something that's productive, right? So if all of a sudden you're using these to generate more money that you're going to turn around and blow, you're not going to end up getting a deal with the gift cards. And a couple other things I wanted to share. This deal does have a max of 30 gallons, and if you don't use it, you lose it, right? So if you noticed in the video, we filled up my car and my wife's car. The max of 30 gallons, right, is so you can't take you, your family, your friends, and just keep driving cars through and filling gas, because obviously they'd be losing tons of money. But the other thing is if you have the 30 gallons and you go and you use the deal, but you only fill up your car for 15 gallons, you're missing out on half of that deal. So really try to make sure when you go, you're maximizing that 30 gallons. And now what I want to do is tie this back to investing. All right, so now tying this back to investing, and I'm going to go back to this illustration because to me, looking at these pictures just makes it easier for me to understand, right? So if we're looking at this Kwik Trip deal, right, we've got our income, we go over to our bills, and we've got our cash flow out. When I started investing, right, the situation that I was faced with was it would have been great to divert my income down to assets to generate more income. The problem was my bills were too high really to do that. I didn't have a lot of excess money left over, right? I was sitting on credit card debt. We had student loans. We had auto loans. We had our mortgage. And that was the real situation of where we were at financially. So when I look at this Kwik Trip deal, right, it's a way to lower our expenses. And early on, in order to generate any sort of investing opportunities, I had to find ways to cut my costs. This deal is just one example of ways that we did it, right? So where I was at was I'd actually have to take that money that I was doing in cutting costs and take it down to pay those bills down, right? My ultimate goal, yes, is I want to be able to buy investments with assets that are going to generate income, but I can't do that if I don't have the money to do it. That's where having this Kwik Trip deal coming into play gave me additional cash to be able to do that. And then obviously, as my liabilities went down and I paid down a lot of that debt, I was able to divert a lot more of that cash into investments, but I had to start somewhere. To be honest with you, I don't think starting investing is bad, even if you do have some debt out there. I'd encourage you, if your debt's over 3%, to really work on paying down that debt first. It doesn't really make sense if you're paying debt on a credit card of
let's say 18% or 20% a month to invest that money to make 7 to 10%, but at the end of the day, it's your choice. I really don't think you're going to go wrong with doing investments or paying down debt as long as you're using the money you save from this Quick Trip deal or any of these other cost-saving deals productively. If you take that money and turn it right around and blow the money, well, then obviously you're going to lose and not come out ahead. But either paying down your debt or finding ways to invest, both are going to end up getting you ahead.
All right, so as I stated in my video, right, I would always encourage you to leverage the savings that you've got here to pay down debt first. That's really what we did when focusing on the deal. But also, if you want, you're in a good debt position or you're comfortable with what you've got, then I'd encourage you to invest it. I really think that, whether you're paying down debt or investing, either way you're coming out ahead. I just encourage you to do something productive with those funds. All right, now I'm going to get into my investments for the week.
All right, so if you can see below, here's the portfolio. If we look again over the last week, we are actually down $87, so it did drop a little bit. Had some volatility this week. A lot of that, from what I was looking at, had to do with there being fears of us not doing that stimulus package. So just with all the talks and negotiations, when that stuff stalls, the market tends to drop. But again, if we look at all time, right, since I've been at this, we're still up 6.66%. So I think it's kind of good to show in a video where the market did go down for the week because, again, when you're investing and doing this stuff, it's not all roses. It's not going up all the time. But over the long term, as you can see, you're still ending up making money. So when I talk about what companies I want to buy this week, one of them that I'm going to do, I used to have and got out of, which is, you guys have all heard about this company before, and that's Tesla. So it is a little bit more volatile, a little bit more high risk. And as I've talked about from other weeks, I only put 10% of my money into these more risky investments. If you look down here, we have deposited $710 for the week. So we're going to put $71 in Tesla. I got out of them completely. Now I'm getting back in. So we'll do this, and click on buy, and then the next company that I'm going to go into, or actually ETF, if I go back to my portfolio, which is nothing shocking, you've heard me talk about it a lot on my last video, is SPY. And again, this has been very stable for me with good growth. Just something, again, where I put 30% of my money in here in these ETFs is kind of a safe haven for my money to protect my investments. Get rid of this. Go here. And we'll purchase this. So SPY. And then a new company that I'm going to get into this week. So if I go back to my portfolio again, is a company called Southern. I've actually got them here on my watch list under utilities. And I'm buying into this company for a couple of reasons. So this is where I'm going to put the majority of my money for the week. So we're going to put $426 in here. And I'm buying into this company because, like I said, a couple reasons. So this is a utilities company, and to be honest with you, I don't own a lot of utilities. The only other utility I own is Alliant Energy. So I'm trying to diversify a little bit. Their share price is also 60.5. If I scroll down, you can see that their fair value is 61. So I'm not overpaying for this. I'm not underpaying. It's at pretty much fair value. But the other thing that's nice is its uncertainty is very low, telling you that it's a stable company without a lot of volatility, and its stewardship is very good. So they do pay dividends, and they actually pay a decent dividend. If I go up here, dividend yield of 4.2, And I'm not going to get into what that number per se means in this video. I will do other videos in the future that talk specifically about dividends, but that is a portion of the company. When you hold on to this stock, they actually pay you back on a quarterly or yearly basis, monthly basis sometimes. So just long story short, the higher that number is, the bigger that payment's going to be for holding on to their company. And seeing that it's that high, that is a very good dividend. So for those reasons, it's going to kind of help me diversify and get me into something again that's very stable without a lot of volatility. So I should see some slow, stable growth, and that's why I'm investing in that company. So if I go back to the portfolio, again, as you can see, because this week I already did the deposit before signing on. Even though we did lose some last week with what we've deposited, we are up to now $22,000, which again is something that I'm happy with. Hopefully we can continue to see this grow over time.
All right, so as I stated earlier, I've got my link to Robinhood below. If you want to start investing, click on that. Great way to get started and collect free stock. How often do you get things for free nowadays? I'd also encourage you to post comments down below. I'll answer any questions that you've got. If there are topics or things you want to see, post that down below. I promise to reply back to every single comment that gets posted. And then again, remember to smash that like button and click subscribe. I want to thank you again for watching, and I'll see you back here next week to talk about saving money, investing money, and spending money.